protect my peace, but this has been on my heart. This has been weighing on my heart because I didn't know that this was a big deal.
Right. Nell Fletcher has finally had enough. And she is putting everything on the table, and let me tell you, Destiny Peyton's pristine image is absolutely crumbling before our very eyes. If you've been following this drama saga at all, you just knew this moment was inevitable. For years Destiny has been playing this poor little victim card, making everyone believe she's just innocently living her life while constantly under attack from haters. But Nell, she's been sitting back, watching everything unfold, collecting receipts like it's her job, and honey, she just got a promotion, and we're not talking about some vague he said, she said accusations here. Nell is coming armed with the real tea: screenshots, voice messages, first-hand accounts, evidence that completely flips this entire narrative upside down. The internet literally went into shock when Nell started dropping these bombshells. Turns out Miss Innocent Destiny wasn't just caught up in drama, she was the puppet master creating it all along. Messages that totally contradict everything she's ever said publicly.
Look at his foolishness, how he stepped his away from the picture, so his messy PR, whoever you are, yes, with your mess, yes, Martell set me up.
Friends, and trust me, this is just the beginning. The deeper we dive into this mess, the more disturbing it gets. Look at his foolishness, how he stepped his away from the picture, so his messy PR, whoever you are, yes, with your mess, yes, Martell set me up for years, and I mean years. Destiny Peyton has crafted this perfect image of herself as the misunderstood victim she's always made it seem like the entire world is against her, whether it was falling out with friends, facing criticism online, or dealing with personal conflicts. Her story never changed. Poor Destiny is being attacked. Poor Destiny is just trying to live her life, and everyone else is just out to get her for no reason. She literally built her entire brand around this narrative. Every single time she got caught up in some drama, the routine was predictable: rush to social media, post a tearful video with perfect camera angles, claim she's being unfairly targeted, and watch her army of defenders assemble. And for the longest time it worked. People sympathized with her, defended her relentlessly, and absolutely dragged anyone who dared question her version of events. But behind those perfectly filtered Instagram posts and calculated SOB stories, a completely different reality was unfolding. It wasn't that Destiny was always the innocent victim, she was the mastermind pulling all the strings. She was planting stories, stirring up drama like it was her morning coffee, playing both.
Like when people think I'm being messy. Hell, if I'm being messy, I tell you I'm being messy. I'd be the first person to tell you that I'm being messy. But in this situation, I was not messy. Nothing I done was messy.
Had been watching from the sidelines, keeping quiet while Destiny spun her elaborate web of lies. But now she is done staying silent, and she's not just throwing around accusations, she's bringing cold hard evidence. We're talking receipts on receipts, screenshots, voice messages, first-hand accounts that completely demolish Destiny's carefully crafted narrative. I do not like when people think I'm being messy. Hell, if I'm being messy, I tell you I'm being messy. I'd be the first person to tell you that I'm being messy. But in this situation, I was not messy. Nothing I done was messy. When Nell started revealing the truth, the internet was literally left speechless. This wasn't some petty argument or vague call-out post this was. A full-blown expose that nobody saw. Coming first came the screenshots text. Messages where Destiny was caught red-handed talking behind people's backs, setting up fake drama for attention and even encouraging her loyal followers to attack specific people online, and these weren't old messages taken out of context. These were direct conversations that completely contradicted things Destiny had said publicly. Then came the voice recordings that made everyone's jaw drop. In one clip, Destiny was heard laughing about how ridiculously easy it was to manipulate her audience into believing her SOB stories. In another, she was caught discussing exactly how she could twist situations to make herself look like the victim when she was actually the instigator. But the most shocking part, those text messages that absolutely destroyed everything Destiny has ever claimed publicly. She always insisted she was blindsided by betrayals. But these messages showed she was the one orchestrating them all along. She had meticulously planned how to make others look bad, how to twist the truth to serve her narrative, and how to ensure she always emerged looking innocent and wronged. At this point, it became crystal clear Destiny wasn't just playing the
on the phone with a woman that I know is cheating with my man. I'm just not going to do that. Watching them interact, watching them have conversations is like watching her teach this woman how she wants them to operate. And I said that to her. I just really can't sit in a room with someone that will lie to my face.
People she publicly called friends, the same people she claimed to love and support behind closed doors, she was bad-mouthing them relentlessly. Some messages even showed her plotting ways to take them down while pretending to be their biggest cheerleader in public. Then came the leaked audio conversations that left everyone stunned. Destiny caught making shady deals just to stay relevant. She was heard discussing how to create fake controversy to keep her name trending, how to manipulate certain people into standing by her side, and even how to use her loyal followers as weapons against anyone who dared criticize her. And the domino effect that followed was wild. Once Nell spoke out, suddenly everyone started coming forward. More former friends, exes, supporters, and even people who had worked professionally with Destiny. They all shared the same story. She had manipulated them, lied to them, and used them just to maintain her pristine public image. It was like watching a house of cards collapse in real time. One person stepped forward, then another, and another. Suddenly Destiny wasn't the poor, misunderstood victim anymore. She was exposed as the mastermind behind the very chaos she claimed to be running from. I'm not going to sit on the phone with a woman that I know is cheating with my man. I'm just not going to do that. Watching them interact and watching them have conversations, it's like watching her teach this woman how she wants them to operate. I said that to her. I just really can't sit in a room with someone that would lie to my face. Just when Destiny thought things couldn't possibly get worse, one of her closest allies completely turned on her. This wasn't just some random ex-friend or a bitter former associate. This was someone who had been fighting in Destiny's corner through everything, defending her, even when evidence started piling up against her. But at some point even they couldn't ignore reality anymore. The lies, the manipulation, the way Destiny twisted truth like it was clay in her hands to fit whatever narrative benefited her. It all became too much to ignore, and when this ally finally had enough, they didn't just quietly walk away. They exposed everything. They revealed that Destiny had been collecting personal information about her own friends, like some twisted diary, and using it against them whenever it suited her agenda. She wasn't just talking behind people's backs, she was actively sabotaging them if someone started getting too much attention. Destiny would spread vicious rumors to bring them down if someone dared question her motives. She'd find ways to.
How y'all doing this morning?
Better than you.
I am here at...
What's that? What is that?
the Madison County Courthouse.
Oh.
About to turn myself in. And look who's always with me. My dad.
Okay.
My rider. Always. I hate this for him more than anything.
Me too.
Thing through it all is I've learned that I'm one of God's strongest soldiers.
Was real and Destiny had been completely exposed. So how did Destiny react? Did she own up to her actions, apologize, try to make things right? Of course not. Instead, she did what manipulators always do. She flipped the script. She immediately went on the defensive, claiming Nell and everyone exposing her were just jealous haters trying to ruin her for no reason. She even suggested this was some kind of organized attack against her. But here's the thing, when you're facing actual proof, their just jealous excuse falls apart fast. Destiny wasn't just dealing with accusations, she was dealing with receipts, screenshots, recordings, first-hand accounts, things that couldn't be brushed off as petty drama. Instead of gaining sympathy, Destiny's weak defense only made everything worse. Fans who had been standing by her started questioning everything. People who once defended her were now looking back at all her past controversies with fresh eyes. Suddenly, all those times Destiny played the victim didn't seem so convincing anymore. And just when it seemed things couldn't possibly get any worse, Nell decided to drop the final bombshell. If you thought Destiny was just lying about drama, Nell's last revelation proved her deception went even deeper than anyone expected. It wasn't just the backstabbing and manipulation. There were inconsistencies in Destiny's entire life story. Nell presented proof that Destiny had lied about her age, her relationships, and even some of the struggles she had used to gain sympathy from fans. Stories Destiny shared in past interviews weren't matching up with new information. She had rewritten her own history so many times that when people started digging, the cracks were impossible to ignore. Fans started pulling up old clips, comparing past statements and realizing